The chains bind their captive. A trembling spirit wrings his hands, his eyes darting around the room. They settle on you.
What are you doing here? What do you want? You mustn't linger. You mustn't remain. There can be no reason. This is not a place for reason. This is a place to be forgotten.
His hands shake. He clears his throat.
As a priest, I had a patient. A dastardly demon held him in its grasp. The demon absorbed all his pain in exchange for his soul. I was certain we'd only diminish the demon by overwhelming my patient with pain. I planned to torture the demon until it gave up its grip over the poor fellow. I began in earnest, but his cries pierced my heart. Even if the treatment could save him, I hadn't the stomach nor the soul for it. So I lied to the others. I told them there was no helping him. I told them to seal us down here, where he could do no harm, where I could guard his prison. Better one soul damned than two. It's the silver shaft that's missing. There's an anvil where silver can be properly melted. That ought to do it. This demon gluts itself on pain. Only the utmost torture would draw him forth. I couldn't do it. I refused to subject myself or my comrades to such barbarism. If you've the stomach for such an ungodly task, I won't keep you from it. Perhaps you could inflict the pain that's needed. But it is a devil's business. We broke the lever for the door when we locked him inside, so that none would ever attempt to free him. No matter what, the demon itself must not be freed. The horrors he would wreak upon our world.
The lever part of the lock mechanism seems to be missing. There is no problem. The Great Forge is black. The lever part of
Nothing. There's got to be more to it.
You should go from here. This is no place for the living, for the sane. My vigil is eternal. It won't cease until I'm convinced, truly convinced, something might change for the better. For now, we remain as we must, stuck between action and inaction, watching, waiting.
his hands shake. He clears his throat.
As a priest, I had a patient. I planned to torture, so I lied. Better one soul damned than... As the lever's fixed, you could... Perhaps you could extract him. But you'd have to be able to contain him, defeat him, once he'd been loosed. Who am I to say if you're prepared for that? I suppose the alternative is no better than trusting you. Go, do what you can.
The chains bind their captive.
Be wary. This demon knows no decency, no remorse.
Look at you. Handsome. Handsome. Come close, won't you? A little closer still. My, how long it's been. How very, very long it's been. Would you believe Brother Calvin locked me up in here because he said I was possessed by a demon? Just because I don't feel pain. Have you ever heard anything so superstitious? Well, they didn't look like me, did they? Maybe I was a little kooky back then. But you'd be amazed how sobering millennia of imprisonment can be. Praise the Seven, right? Praise the Seven, that's all over.
His mouth twists in an ugly snarl as he stutters that last sentence, and a flicker of something unrecognizable yet malevolent flashes across his gaunt face.
You are here to free me, right?
The dwarf's face becomes calm, serene even. He looks into your eyes, tranquil as a baby lamb.
Well then, just destroy the pillars. Nothing to it, for one not wrapped in chains. You're not going to walk away, are you? Are you? All you've got? Is this almost over? Close. I got them straight. I'm ready.
Like it.
I'll yield to none. I'm ready. I'm fading.
The dwarf moves his jaw at odd angles, as though he's unused to speaking.
Is it me? Can I? I can speak. It's my voice. My words.
His mouth tightens into a joyfully awkward smile.
Thank you so much. Much. I owe you everything. There's just one thing I can think of. I hid some things here. Things I didn't want the priests to take. Let me show you. I had a spot near the place where they buried the others. I hope there's something there you can use. Thank you so much. So much.
The chains bind their captive.
You've done it. I can hardly believe it. So long it's been the length of millennia within these stone walls. You did what I could not. This peace I feel, like every knot in my soul were unwound. I'm going up. Thank you.
naga. Ya ultra naga. We will be the scorching.
Stand back! Not a foot on these stairs. Whatever words you carry with you, they are warty with futility. I know you for what you are. A mere mouthpiece of deception. It is of no use. The advocate knows the tree belongs to the ring. Oh, I can measure the vile depths of your prevarications by the very pulse of this bleeding forest. You lie. You lie. You lie. Steady as the heart, you lie. Ally, ally, ally. You may be right, and blood does not lie. Very well. You're not one of the advocate's men, but my warning still stands. Stand back. Not a foot on these stairs. He is the serpent that speaks with 1,000 tongues, except his own. He is the death of the soul, with a smile and a flourish. Heed my second warning. Shun the advocate, whose very sentence is a sentence. Through fog we ride, through blood we wade in search of a name. A demon plots, but with his name we will bind him. This sore of bloody branches knows, but will not speak, just yet. No matter. There is no remedy against patience and torture.
Naga. Ya ultra.
Prepare yourself.
something.
The spirit looks around with wild panic, clawing through its spectral mass with fevered nails.
The demon feeds. The demon feeds from the ring. The demon protects. We must know what the demon protects. The demon has an advocate. The advocate kills. The demon has a secret. We must know the secret.
The spirit's face contorts in agony as it caves in upon itself and is consumed. The tree's spirit embraces its putrid host, an elven ancestor lost to the same demonic disease that infests all of Bloodmoon Island.
Qui manducad omnio myrdos ex, it quod potest edse.
A moment passes, then you feel it. Clarity.
You speak my name. You know my torture. Please, don't judge me for the sickness my roots have spread. I can be free. My soul cleansed. You awakened me from nightmare with a single utterance. My name. How amazing that a name can wield so much power. Remember this lesson when you leave Bloodmoon Island. The demon blackens another land now. It possesses the very doctor that liberated it. Speak its name, however, and you expose it. You weaken it. You'll know him when you find him. A doctor that accommodates a demon doesn't see patients, only victims. Destroy it, and you free me to the Hall of Echoes. Destroy it, and my roots taint this isle no longer. Now come closer. I'll say the demon's name only once.
The spirit's voice is a harsh whisper. It gusts into you and around you like the winter wind.
Adramalik. Naivety. Stupidity. Call it what you want. I wished to put the source within me to good use, and demonology seemed as good a use as any. Silly me. I meant to summon an imp or two. Instead, I ended up hosting a damned archdemon. The roaring in my head. The craving for living flesh. Urges. Good gods, the urges to kill. To hurt. The stronger they became, the harder I fought. And at some point, I was just gone. Deadened, but not dead. And then, awake. On an isle I'd never been. Encircled by faces I'd never seen. Watched by a man I'd never known. They called him Doctor. He shouted strange words, and the demon bellowed. Then, one by one, They fell. I watched my own hands slaughter them. I tried to resist, but I couldn't. And then a final roar, when the demon rushed away and into the only one still standing. The doctor. That was my last living memory. The demon may be gone, but its disease still infects my roots, birthing evil into the surrounding soil. While it lives, I am still its rotting servant. I've suffered. The Isle has suffered, but you can end it. Please, you must help. I can be freed.
The spirit of a black-ringed defiler. She turns and shouts.
Go, find the druid.
She turns back and...
howls. They are silenced. How?
The druid considers your tale.
Yes, she is right. A name holds more power than most of us realize. A drama-like. I know of ways to impair such demons. I will show you a place. The treasures there will sap its will while aiding yours. I implore you, let Elenessa be at ease. Then listen for me. When the breeze blows clean, I will be upon it.
The elements have made it impossible to make out the name upon this grave marker.
What's this?
This again.
An ancient grave marker. The name upon it has faded away. The name upon the old grave marker can no longer be made out.
How fares the hunt, my friend?
He smiles brightly and pulls you in for a short, if warm, embrace.
done me proud, Godwoken. Prouder than you could ever realize. I know how twisted the paths can get. How much more alluring the sunny glade than the rock-strewn hollows. But you know it's the darkest roads that lead to light. It will be my honor to teach you. The nature of my lesson, though, might be somewhat different from what you expect. I can deepen your bond with the Source, but you must realize that this bond comes at a cost. All life, after all, sustains itself by consumption. Like the grass feeds the herd, and the herd feeds the hunter, so you must feed, for instance, on these.
He waves a hand to the cage in demonstration.
The very same. For the sum of source that flows through their festering flesh is more than enough to expand the sum that is yours. Through demise, a chance of divinity. Are you ready? Then let us begin.
Jahan's incantations befog your mind. All of you is thumping blood, pumping, pumping, pumping. Then, all you hear, then all that is screaming. From the cage to you, their blood in your ears, screaming. Silence.
That is all. Their suns have set to serve a greater dawn. The world awaits your true awakening. You are very powerful already. A master of the Source. But I did not let this burst of power go to waste. It lies condensed on parchment for you to read and learn.
He hands you a book, hot to the touch, a sparkle with source.
My pleasure. And now that the lesson has ended, there is one more matter I would like to discuss. Offer you a chance to deepen our alliance. You see, the demon that you killed, the Advocate, he had a master. You might say the Advocate compared to his master, like the pussycat compares to the tiger. It is the tiger I am truly hunting. The self-same tiger, I suspect, that has been haunting Lohse. Now don't you worry. I have no intention of sending you after this archdemon. There are few enough Godwoken as it stands for me to force them into any real danger. The one thing I would like you to do for me, though, is to return through the mist to the Isle of Blood and uncover there his name.
Jahan looks at you utterly flabbergasted, but soon an air of serenity descends upon him, that of a chess player overlooking the board.
A Dramalik. You have to admire his cunning. To think that in his guise of Deva, he and I shared the finest wines in the realm. Stories of the women we have loved. Thank you, Godwoken. You have done me an unparalleled service, and you've quite humbled me at the same time. You must go your path, I mine, so that I may confront the archdemon in his lair, in the great city of Arx. Please accept this token of gratitude, and fare thee well. You have done me a great service. The time has come to serve you, if I can. Are you ready, Lohse?
Right. Really? Okay, yes. What? I'm ready. Totally. Is it just me, or did it just get really sweaty in here?
I won't lie. This will be rough, Lohse. Our foe is a true archdemon. We know him now. A Dramalik. There is a great power in names. Just like Source is the language of creation, a demon's true name is the core of its existence. It's be-all or end-all. With his name, we may undo him. That will be our attempt. As for you...
His dark eyes flash at you.
You must not disturb us, no matter what. Promise me.
He nods respectfully in return, then focuses on Lohse once more.
Close your eyes, Lohse. Do as I do.
Jahan takes Lohse's hands and begins inhaling slowly, deeply, then exhaling audibly through his mouth. Lohse's breaths match his. They begin to hum in unison, a low, rumbling note held over several out-breaths. The humming grows louder and louder until...
Quiet! Adramalik!
Lohse suddenly lunges forward, her hands reaching for Jahan's throat. Jahan steps away, and Lohse tumbles to the ground before quickly scrambling to her feet. Lohse's eyes are ink black, her skin corpse grey. Her chest heaves in rapid pulses as she stares intently at Jahan.
Adramalik, thousand-named nemesis, Lord of Soot, come shake black hands with me. Leave her. Leave her. Come play with me.
This is none of your business, Jahan. How many times do I have to convince you to keep your nose out of my affairs?
Listen to me, demon. I know why you chose her. I know what it is you fear the most, and therefore desire the most. But I'll not let her serve you any longer.
Lohse's a good host, Jahan. We're going places. It's no concern of yours.
Mashtuna Pathan Shdanelu, Kaumel Saravel, Damarel Saravel.
He places a palm on Lohse's forehead. She falls to her knees, seemingly overcome by some unseen force.
You petulant would-be king. You're nothing. She is mine. She is mine.
Kaumel Saravel, Damarel Saravel, Mashtu, Shdanelu.
Lohse's eyes roll back in her head. She groans, her face slack and lifeless, while her body racks with spasms. Jahan draws his palm back from her. She is rigid on the floor.
It's no use. It's too late. I failed her. The demon's not coiled around her heart. He's become her heart. Try as I might, he would not shift. Lohse's soul is buried very deeply, deeper than ever before. Adramalik may never allow her to resurface again. She's lost, bewildered. A stranger in her own soul, desperately trying to find her way home. She's fighting a battle for her life, for her very self. It's a battle she may yet win, even if only temporarily. But she'll need your help. You must call her spirit back from the dark. Guide her into the light. Let your voice be the shepherd that leads the lamb through the valley of wolves. Go on, call to her.
She stirs, barely. Her eyes flutter open and dart around in a panic. They come to a focus on you.
Hey, Chief.
Well done. Very well done indeed.
One piece. Something like that, anyway.
I am truly sorry, Lohse, that I couldn't exorcise the demon, but do not despair. I will not give up on you. We must simply take a darker path still. Confront Adramalik in his lair, and deal with the demon face to face. You almost have to admire his cunning. To think that in his guise of Deva, he and I shared the finest wines in the realm, stories of life and love. But now I know where he hides, afraid of his own name. To the city of Arx you must go. I will travel with you, if I may. I will meet you both there and prepare for the coming battle. You'll yet be all, Lohse.
Hey. No, I'm not all right. That wasn't okay. It was like dying. I was all alone in the dark, in the deep, deep dark. And I suddenly knew as clear as day that I didn't exist, that no one would ever know me, and then... And then I heard your voice. I heard you calling, and I followed it. It was all I had in the darkness. It was the only thing I could find. Just you. Nothing else. What the hell do I do with that?
Tears stream down her cheeks. She steps forward and wraps her arms around you.
I'm not even a real person, you know. I've got this thing in me, and my chance of getting better is getting smaller all the time.
She holds on to you for a long moment before stepping away, wiping her face. Eventually she smiles.
I'm damn lucky I met you, Chief.
Fasten tight.
shame I had to leave the stone garden behind. I feel so at home among the graves.
Your Highness! Good, of course. Told you I would, didn't I? Sure thing.
Keep distant. My own demons haunt me too closely. I cannot also bear the burden of yours.
No one's ever regretted having extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you that. Allies for hire. I've got sword fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right.
Good to see you again. Marvelous ship you have here. Worthy of a king. My mission has a name. Adramalik. He is the fiend that possesses your friend Lohse, but worry not. We'll find him, and we'll undo him. To the city of Arx we must go, where he disguises himself as Dr. Deva. She intrigues me greatly. I'd say it was brave of her to send Lohse after a demon hunter, but bravery implies something to be feared. She's fearless. One eye is sun, one eye is moon. I wonder which half of her nature she yearns will prevail.
Like to take a look at what I've been working by all means. Like to take a look at what I've been working on? Go on. By all means.
We remain vulnerable while at anchor. Have you made any progress with my request, dear? Well, please, carry on. I'm relying on you, my dear.